All right, FightHype.com. Pleasure to be joined with one of the hottest up-and-coming sensations in the whole sport, Mr. Edgar Berlanga. Got the win last Saturday on ESPN down in Florida. Edgar, man, congrats on the victory against the best opponent you fought yet. But before we get to that, man, you got the baby boy on the way. You got a son on the way. When is he due? And how's that going to motivate you, going forward as a pro?
Now I got the baby on the way, man. So, obviously it's motivation for me. I'm a family man, family-oriented man. So I take my family, things serious, especially I'm having a baby on the way. It's just it should be a motivation for anybody, especially a young kid like me that's coming up, that's rising so quickly to stardom. And it's very motivating. Now I have son to fight for now.
Is it important, in a way, is it even more important to have a son at this age when you're real young to keep you grounded and so you don't get pulled away from so many distractions that are potentially there if you want to take them right now?
Yeah, just by having, my girl and, when she got pregnant, everything just really slowed down, after my fights, I'm here with her, just hanging out with her and just being with her, just being with her and just being family oriented. Now it's things that I would normally do after a fight, like hang out and just enjoy myself. And now I'm just home with her, and it's a month away before, she gives birth. So I just want her to have a smooth birth,
You back home in New York right now, right? Maybe doing some baby shower planning.
Yeah, I'm back home, but I'm running around crazy,
Yeah, Edgar running around so crazy, got disconnected, people. But yeah, brother, you running around so much, you're zooming in and out. So
yeah, it's my girl's behind me. She's calling. She don't know I'm doing a Zoom right now.
Okay, yeah.
She's calling me, thinking I'm just sitting in the car doing shit.
trying to get away from the errands, but
yeah.
But how did it feel, man, to finally have the knockout streak come to an end?
It felt good. It's a big relief for me now. I got that out the way. I always told everybody though that it'll be a relief for me. Me going into the second round and me actually going a distance for the first time ever. I enjoy myself, man. I seen a lot of things that I got to work on. I have fun. I finished very strong. The 8th round, I caught him with an amazing shot that people probably didn't think that I had the power in the same way I had in the first round. I had in the 8th. So I feel like I proved a lot.
You said you feel like you got a lot of things to improve on. What's some of the things you could tell us?
Just using my jab, executing my jab. Not really my conditioning, because I know if we would have went deeper into the rounds, my second win would have kicked in. And my second win was already kicking in when I threw that right hook, with all that power, and I dropped them flat on the floor, So not really that, but just my jab and working to the body more, stuff like that. Head movement, I know my head movement was all right, but I know I have way better head movement, but just just my jab, and I just want to attack the body more, man. I want to go into the body more. I felt like if I would have started early downstairs, I would have got him out of there.
Because those things you're talking about, those are the qualities that helps make a great pressure fighter. Am I right?
Yeah, 100%. And, for me, it's I like to improve, and I'm eager to get, I want to go into the gym. I want to go back to the gym tomorrow. But it's I need to take a little rest. I need to relax. I don't want to overdo it. I want to take this week off, and then I could get into the gym next week. But, man, I'm so eager, to just improve myself, man. I know what I got to work on, what I got to improve, and just execute in the ring. A lot of things that I've seen, like I said, with the jab and just body shots and more head movement. And this is the type of stuff that I need as a pro.
Do you watch Canelo Alvarez, and do you try to implement some of the things he does in his style, especially lately? Because it looked like it in the Nicholson fight.
Yeah. A lot of similarities we have, and I feel like we have a lot of the same type of style. I know my leg movement is a lot better than his. his head movement is phenomenal. Like I love his head movement. But these are the type of things that I want to work on. And putting pressure on the fighter, using my jab, keeping my hands up nice and tight, guarded up. And just walking the fighter down, not using too much energy. And just draining him with just me putting the pressure.
How do you think that fight with Saunders is going to play out next Saturday? Not this Saturday, next Saturday.
I think Saunders is going to box. I think Saunders is going to, try to box as much as possible. I know he's not going to stay there with Canelo. I feel like Canelo's just going to walk him down, hands up tight, guarded up, like how he did with Callum and how he did with Kovalov, hands up tight, walking him down, easing his way in little by little. But Saunders is a very good boxer, and he's a southpaw too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's I know that's tough for Canelo, especially a boxer puncher that he could punch too a little bit. But he's slick, and it's hard. It's difficult for a slick southpaw. It's not easy.
Yeah. Will you be watching that fight at all as a student too? Because you're looking at a guy, how to be effective against a guy like Saunders, who's just going to be moving for 12 rounds. Will you at all be watching, taking some notes?
Yeah. For me, man,
because guys going to be moving like that on you.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking about attending the fight. I want to get there and I want to see it live. I want to get that press or whatever, and I just want him to see my face. Let him know that, listen, I'm here. Yeah, man. I'm really looking close to that fight. Because these are the type of guys that I could possibly be fighting in the future.
So I love that. Just letting them know you're here. Like, this is one of the young bulls coming your way that you're gonna have to fight soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
So you mentioned with Saunders, it could be difficult, man. He's slick. He's a southpaw. Do you think that, because Canelo's been so dominant lately, that when he runs into this style again, like the type of Lara style, the Mayweather style, even Khan gave him some problems, that he looks more mortal. He looks more, like not so invincible.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I seen. I said, damn, if he gives that type of Lara boxing treatment or the Floyd Mayweather treatment, and not going there and not going there and fighting to survive, but fighting to win is going to be a lot different than what people, I think, expect. A lot of fighters, like with Nicholson, he went in there to survive. In the beginning, I felt like he wanted to fight, but when he felt the power and he got dropped, it was more of a survival moment. His survival freaking switch went on, and it was just running around, trying to hold and just trying to survive, try to get to the 8th round, and just I took him to distance.
It did look like a couple times he would work the courage up, and then you crack him and make him want to survive again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was like he got up, he was on his high horse, and I took him down.
So, but you mentioned that you might go ringside to watch the fight. How, we're in almost midway through 2021. Around what time frame do you think you'll be ready to face Canelo or the champions?
I wanna keep getting rounds in. Probably late next year. Not late next year, early 2023. I know now this competition is gonna be stepping up, so I'm gonna be going rounds. I don't think that I'm gonna be going a distance. Nicholson was a tough guy. That guy wasn't a pushover. He was 23-3 with 20 knockouts. So he had a puncher's chance too as well, man. But I took great shots. And I just think that I proved to myself that what I'm capable of doing and what more I could do.
You gave us a realistic timeline.
Yeah.
Not the I'll fight him next. I'm
being realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to talk on my behind, but I'm just being realistic with myself and just with time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I need a couple of more of those fights. Good tough fights that even if I go into the 4th round, but I take the guy out, but I'm getting my feet wet. I'm learning and I'm getting comfortable in there. And just being me. It's a lot there's a lot more to me, man. A lot of people don't see. I feel like it was my first fight going rounds. So for me, it's just getting my feet wet. You know, I feel like my next fight, which 100% where I'll look better. And each fight, my goal is to look better and better and better and better and better. But just like Canelo did, you see Canelo when he was around 20 years old, 21, he was, he was just getting better. Each fight, he'll get better and better. And that's like me. You know, I'm a type of person, I'm a sponge. You know, I absorb all the water, everything that I could take, and, you know, I just continue to build.
Yeah, you can't win medals in the amateurs with power. So
Yeah, exactly.
right.
And, you know, now it's time, you know, for me to just show my skill now. You know, now I got the first round streak is over, which I'm happy, and you know, back to my boxing skills, you know, back to being smart, back to using my jab, you know, and just being a sharpshooter.
Edgar, man, because you have so far really had a good mind for mainstream promotion. It's something that some fighters definitely struggle with. You know, with Fat Joe and Snoop and a lot of guys, Tracy Morgan. What do you think of what the Jake Paul, Logan fight in Mayweather? What do you think about all that? What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, like I said, man, somebody asked me about the whole Jake Paul thing. You know, they just changing boxing. You know, they changing for YouTubers. You know, you got Tyson and excuse me, you have Tyson and you know, Holyfield coming back, and so for me, I think it's just that the era that we're in now. Floyd Mayweather sees the opportunity to make a lot of money. Also with the YouTubing, you know, the YouTubers have a bunch of millions of followers, and I feel like, you know, they came into boxing and they just transitioned to all those followers from YouTube. They transitioned into boxing, you know, and they doing something different. You know, I don't want to say nothing hateful or nothing, man, because at the end of the day, you know, I gotta respect them, man. You got these guys that never boxed before going into the ring and actually training and going through what us fighters go through. I understand that fighters out there is upset because you got a guy like him that has 2 fights and he's making $10 million a fight, you know, but it's just a lot more to it. You know, he has a big fan base. You know, he's a YouTuber. He has a whole bunch of kids all around the world that follow him. So, you know, fighters tend to forget that, you know, that's what brings in the money. You know, at the end of the day, man, if you can't sell out an arena, if you're not a big draw, you know, there's nothing you could do, man. You know, it sucks, you know, but it's realistically speaking, you know, it's boxing. If I wasn't who I am, I wouldn't be getting the type of promotion, I wouldn't have this type of fan base, you know, and for him and for them, you know, the brothers, man, they have a big fan base. Like I said, man, they're just changing the game. They changing the sport for entertainment.
Overall, changing it for the better or for the worse? Just overall.
I don't think for the worse. And I don't think for the better. I don't think it's making boxing better. I just feel like they just bringing more entertainment into the sport. That's all. You know, they're not making it worse, and they're not making it better. You know, I feel like it's just right now. It's just like it's even. You know, for me, it's just like they just brought more entertainment to the sport. You know, with the rapping and the artists just coming and performing and stuff. It's just more. It's just a lot more entertainment.
Thank you so much, Edgar, man. It's an honor to talk to you, not only because you carried the throne for Brooklyn and for boxing,
Yeah.
but also for Big Pun, man. For Big Pun.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Sure.
TS. So,
Yeah.
anything else you want to say, brother, before you get out of here?
No, man, you know, just all the fans around the world, you know, to continue to support me. You know, fight day coming soon, and I can't wait to return to the ring, man, with fans.
Thank you, Edgar.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro.